It's like a circle. I really think
So basically, this is each circle, right?
But you know, even despite that, God never.
So basically, the first circle right there, like the plain circle, you know, it's just like two people, right? Just in a circle. That's, you know, that's just the
Nó bây giờ nó đi vào
cũng được giá giá.
Well, I'm trying to.
basically says,
I make videos for TikTok. I have 400,000. I know. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
You wanna hit the next? Keep it going.
she's like, she turned me like, nah. Sorry, nah. Sorry, I'm just taking it out here.
Yeah, wait, we told them. Yeah,
Work and have fun even more! Dude! What do you mean? I'm trying to, bro. Wait, have you ever been to a party? No. Anyways, to this thirsty world, Jesus sends us with his hopes and living water to pour into the lives of other thirsty people all over the globe. Basically, like he wants us to do his will.
So
do I get to have fun with? Yeah, absolutely. You can have fun doing this, dude. I can't wait, bro. He's gonna quench your thirst, dude. I can't wait. You're not thirsty anymore. You're gonna hydrate. You are seeking popularity. Yes.
I know.
Damaged by
oh,
your
this is
wolf.
for them to respond. You ask them what and they give different
Just look at it like. But you wouldn't know until you get to it.
I'll be like,
You're gonna start here?
I'll be like, just why?
First of all, why would you start here? What do you mean? I want blood right now.
Let's read this together.
Okay, sure, dude.
I can't even water.
Then I might want to say, no, just hold on
But you don't take the return.
Oh, no, we asked them. Like the
Oh yeah, though. Put your name if you want.
yeah. Yo, Jesus said this.
No, I think most of them just put their date with us, and then you're just like.
He's trying to attend here.
Our purpose was to be
Put your email.
Jesus himself coming down in the form of God.
Thank you for taking part of our show.
Really, once you start working,
Give us a picture of interesting. She should open the door for you.
and this song here, like, if you want to know more, we will provide us.
aggressive approach.
And then we ask, okay.
Give us a plan.
Even hella good. It's kind of hard to imagine, like, more
Yeah, it's taken wide. Just to show that they're going through the.
That's the idea. Josh did bring up, talked about the 4 circles. He says it's too involved, at least for when he was sharing it. He's saying like from going big, going personal, and then all of a sudden going big again to the world. And sometimes, and again, he's looking at the eyes of like the teenagers. They may not be able to, not sell it, but at least to share it, you know, to make sense of it. So we may change that up to as you saw in the video where they used it, they used actually just a picture of the bridge. So that's something that we can share and keep it personal as well. So that's a possibility. Last time Pastor Bumble, when he went through the 4 circles, he shared it very easily and simple ways of going through the 4 circles. This may be very involved as well, so I'm not sure. I can ask him what he thinks about that, and then see if we can need to make the change or to simplify it much better or to make it personal as well. So I'll talk to Pastor Bumble about that.
Is it possible to put both the cross and this and whoever is feel comfortable?
Yeah.
So that we have more space we can take people to.
Okay.
The thing is, it's more burden and Pastor Bumble will have to train both of them.
Possibly, yeah.
Before we go out.
Okay.
The overall theme of all this, so I hear that our purpose is to give our kids a chance to go out and share our faith. But on the other hand, the people that we talk to, what is the message that we want them to take? If those who are willing to stand around and talk with us, when they walk away, what's the message that we want them to take with them? If we have, I don't feel that the gospel message in Christ itself is delivered in this message. Yeah, we have a troubled world, our own desires this, and now Christ will quench our thirst. I'm sure the American society, they have heard about Jesus, Christmas, Easter, you know, but can we somehow bring to the point, you know, down to the nitty gritty? Yes, we are sinners. Jesus died for you. Now, therefore, as you receive Him as your Lord and Savior, and you know, in that tight pack statement, so that verse, I had a hard time bringing everything down to that verse right there, that Jesus is here quenching your thirst. And how do you go about that? And, you know, it does, the thirsting part goes along with the cup and the desire, but it does not have a tight message of salvation.
Okay, yeah. That's, what you just actually shared is the bridge.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about with the sin and needing Christ, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I hope Pastor Bumble, and I think he will, both in his messages and devotions. Who's doing devotions now?
He is.
He is.
It's set already.
Yeah. So I'm sure all of that, and Jamie, the worship, all of these we have to bring the gospel, and we sing about the gospel, and we bombard ourselves with the message of the gospel throughout the camp. So these are just what we go out and we share, and we do quickly have our kids a chance to go out and share. Of course, they can't share everything perfectly in the 5 minutes they have with the help of people. But I think a big part of this is when they come back, the debriefing time, the devotion time, the worship time, the message time. And I believe that as they go out and being challenged and being nervous about sharing their faith, they will be open themselves up more for the message of the gospel. So I really think that.
But it is a great point to say that we we want to have a message for people to take away. At least let them know, okay, at the ending they know God loved them, or something, or like, you know, God's there for
I see,
them.
yeah.
Just so that if they don't go through 4 panels, they still get the idea that, you know, this group's here to just let people know that God loved them. Something like that.
I think.
Yeah.
This one is just, because it's related to the cups and the thirst and the
Yeah.
good vegetables.
Yeah.
But you're right, it doesn't kind of convey the whole gospel in one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anthony.
I think what Josh also, I think some of the kids, I'm not saying, not judging anything. I think some of the kids may not know they may know what the concept of the gospel is. I think we should teach on what the gospel really is.
Right.
Yes.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not only gonna share the gospel or get them to understand what that is or
Yeah.
why we share it, but Pastor Bum's gonna give a calling as well.
Yeah.
So just there may be some kids that are unsure,
Mm-hmm.
and to help them to recommit or to help them to understand it better, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. We will. Other feedback, ideas, suggestions? Well, lastly, I would like to find out is the positions that you would like to take. Cause this is, in general, we know you guys are leaders, but are you willing to be a small group leader? Or you're not comfortable with that? Or you wanna be on staff, or you wanna be a facility or activities? You know, let me know, or I don't know how the best way to do that. Cause I'm assuming y'all are gonna be small group leaders, but that may not be true.
Is anybody who prefer not to lead a group, be a cabin leader?
Okay. Well, that's great then.
I'll talk to you.
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it.
And we don't want to do people to do double duty as well.
Mm.
So sometimes double duty is hard. Like for Jamie, if you're the worship, I want you to be a small group, for sometimes to be difficult as well. You know. We've had that in the past, and the students suffered because the leader's just running everywhere and not having time for the students. Yeah, because to me with the camp, you guys are the most important. It's not the speakers, it's not the pastors, because you guys spend the majority of time with them. Yeah,
Can we pair up now? Like, can we have the co-leader and the leader together right now?
if you want to.
So we can see the face and we can pray for others.
Sure, we haven't done it, if you guys wanna do that, that's fine. As you guys know, we have, junior hires all the way up through high school. So do let me know somehow that you want the younger or the older groups.
Correct, yeah.
I want the junior high.
Sure. So, yeah, go ahead, cause, so, last year, how many groups we had, 6? 8?
5 to 6 groups, each gender.
Oh,
So
so 10.
we have like 10. Last year we had, about 90 or 100 people into 10 groups.
Okay,
I think 5 girls, 5 guys.
of 10, of 8 to 10, right, 8 to 10?
Yeah, 8 to 10, some group has like 9 or 10,
Okay.
including leaders and co-leaders.
So now, I know today, there are leaders that will be coming, and so they will be looking at this material, getting all the material, the training on their own, because they're not able to attend today. So we have more leaders than what we see here. So don't feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So we do have more.
At this point, we have 65, and I expect from Sacramento and Newark and some from San Jose one. We'll probably have 80 or 90 people at least. So
Yeah.
hopefully 90, no more than that, because I think more small is better.
Well, we're gonna have about 20, at least 20 from Sacramento, 20 more. We're gonna have at least 20
That's
more.
85 already. Okay, if we cut off at 90, don't you register late? We'll be cut off.
No.
So tell Newark. The other thing, the sooner we know who are coming, just sign up online so that we could plan and, he's gonna plan how many stations and how many, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
One other thing I want to ask Polly, Pastor Andrew, I'm living in the past. Praise the Lord for it. Anyway, do you, from your church, how many church think you have enough rides to cover at least your church to and from the beach? Barry, so you think you're okay with rides for your own? Yeah, about 22 people signed up so far.
Yeah.
So you need like 4 or 5 cars.
Yeah, because in the past we've had people like that take the kids to the camp and then they would drive back. They wouldn't stay at the camp.
Right.
I think I could drive.
Yeah, I'll be driving.
So be aware that we need drivers.
Yeah, we'll be.
But at the same time, we talk about possibility of going to the beach and come back and bus another group of people. And we would do that too, but realize we do need. Noah, do you have people who can?
I can drive. I mean, there's only like a few of us still, like Ethan. I think Ethan and Katie are going. I don't know why Ethan.
Pastor Raymond emailed us, but haven't registered yet.
Okay.
Email not good enough for us. We need to people to register.
So
But he emailed about 7 people, 6, 7 people.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
I think only 1, 2. If Katie goes, that's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants Katie to go. So you and Katie are the 2 leaders.
Yeah, and then
Ethan
my
and-
sister and then Ethan. So I can fit like 3 more people.
Your sister's name?
Caitlin. So I could drive with her.
Okay, that's good. So Barry, so that's good. I think the group from North Shore, yeah.
North Shore.
But hopefully Pastor Blue.
Yeah.
And Chicago will likely have enough ride because they all drive down here. Okay.
It says here 25 minutes from Daybreak Camp to Beach Boardwalk.
Yeah. Just come back before that.
Which is, it's only 8 miles, but it's gonna take 25 minutes. So,
I don't like driving.
oh yeah, it's not the drive, it's just the time. So if we do have enough to go one trip, it'd just be easier. But the driver would take a whole hour just to go back to pick somebody up.
Yeah, maybe some of the staff would have their cars too.
And
You should have a big car.
Get a big thing. Rent a big thing.
Actually, yeah, I have access to somebody who can give like a 12 passenger van, like those passenger vans. Not to give, but to rent.
When you drive?
Yes, we
To
all
rent tomorrow.
Huh?
To rent tomorrow.
To rent, but I guess we have to rent it, but yeah, he has the car rental. But, okay, so we'll, yeah, Grace, we'll have enough drivers, right, hopefully? So, yeah,
work
again,
on it.
we'll
We'll
find
work
out.
on it.
Or if anything, we can talk some
Yeah,
with the parents, that they can come to drive, help drive.
yeah, that's good.
It's only for Sunday.
Only for Sunday.
Saturday
Maybe
we have
we get
enough
some
to,
parents come up on Sunday.
yeah, but who's gonna stay there?
Unless you don't want your parents to come up, then let us know too.
Do we?
We'll ask them
There's
to
a
put in and say, to
we
come
can,
up
yeah.
Sunday.
That's true.
Well, you could actually wait. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go.
Wait, Julie's not coming to daycare?
It usually does. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
We don't allow them.
Well, I like his theology.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, we'll talk to her about it.
anything else? Anything else? You know, I wanna respect your time, and it is 3 o'clock, and I'm very thankful that you guys are here this whole afternoon, right, from 11 to 3.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys nervous? Nervous? Good.
Oh, I'm excited. 40.
Nervous is good.
I'm excited.
Excited is dangerous.
So by May 12th or so, we'll know how many people there will be. Pastor Home and I will come up with the groups, and then we'll assign you guys, give you the list of names. And like Gotti did before is, you know, some of the leaders, to get a list of the members that you can pray for them, but also get what, a welcoming pack for them, something, just to let them know. And yeah, we'll encourage the guys to do so.
So this is important. By May 12, we need to have 3 things. The name register online, the liability form signed, you sign also, even though if you're over 18, you sign it yourself. You don't need parents sign. We need it in our hands in here, because we send it here. And the money paid by May 12th. If not, the price will go up. You don't want to, really don't want to. I just want neighborhood. It just help us out.
So no bringing checks stuff to camp then?
No. Okay. No. The last several years they paid by that, and last few years everybody paid by that time.
Okay.
Like you come over and you cash from this person, that person. But yeah, so we need to have it in our hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Please, and it help us out because then we have Pastor Andrew and I have time to divide groups and sometimes we say it out and people say, no, I shouldn't put this person, that person, and we have a chance to make adjustments. So please help us.
So
to
we'll
do that.
try to go by age, just so they can connect better.
Yeah.
But then we also don't want just the whole group, but just VAC people together all the time.
And before you
Right, so-
before you leave, please when it's
Or
your paper,
VAC.
write down your name and the group you prefer to lead. You know, in middle school or high school. So high school there's like early high school and upper high school and middle school the same way. So please let us know. Just
Is there a limit on the gift bags and stuff like last year?
oh.
Oh, the care package. I'm not the care. $10, $20.
How much was it last year?
We offer, thank you for bringing it up. So for those of you who don't know what care packages is, we encourage leaders to like pray and care for the members. So as they come and after a long drive from Sacramento or something, they get dizzy, they come and the leaders please come there early. So when they come, you help them take something, and then you get first guy and you give them a little care package. Once you gave in candies, pan or something nice and squeeze, each of them get a care package. And, oh man, I'm special. You really. Yeah, I've been praying for you because you will have the names of people in your group ahead of time. You pray for them. So last year we set a limit of $50. So basically you have 10 people. So each of them you give them gifts up to $5. I think that's reasonable. You need to bring your receipts. I think last year we had cap out at 50. Some people are really generous, spend more than 50, but we said we'll pay $50. So stay within the limit. I think that's so. It makes you think more about your campers, and I think more than anything, it's also help you to start thinking what's best for your campers. Not just come out there and buy stuff for the last minute to give your campers, but you actually think about it and pray about it and see what. So I think that's. Is that okay? Do you think that's enough? $50? Yeah. Okay.
So when you say early, what time do you want people to be there? Because we put on a schedule of 4 for registration and arrival, dinner is at 5:30.
That means you arrive by 4, because most people, some of the kids will come way early. That's okay, because I know some of you have to drive your campers and just get out of school late or whatever.
Yeah, because there's still school. This is still school day.
Yeah.
Right? For a lot of people.
So just try to be there early.
by 3,
We will be there by 3. I mean, the staff will be there by 3. We send out kitchens.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can by 3. Yeah.
Dan will be there by 3. Because he won't be doing anything for 3 weeks leading up to camp. He will just go straight from the airport to camp.
So we understand if that, so try to be there, because by Friday, 17, there's gonna be a lot of traffic anyway, right?
Yeah.
And you know how long the drive from Sacramento to
2.5
To the camp?
2.5 hours?
almost.
They always come early though. They never late.
Yeah,
I don't know what they
no,
did.
it's the leaders.
Huh?
It's the leaders. Yeah, because I don't think I won't be able to leave until like 3:30.
Yeah.
That's like 4:30.
So this year, Sacramento, this year we assume that Anh Hai are not coming. You think not coming? So we need to talk with Jamie about
Oh, he's not
worship
coming?
sounds.
Oh.
I don't think so, because Sophie's not going.
No, yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah. So Jamie, would you stay talk real brief about worship?
Yeah.
setup?
Acoustics, right? We're
Acoustics
not going,
great.
we're not going full band like last year.
I'm planning to buy one of those mic, ear mic, for VAY, so Lumbo could use to speak.
Sure.
But we need the
We
sound
have that,
system.
I could take it. We can
I just want to
just
buy
set it
one
up.
for the A1.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about sound system a little bit after this.
In
But
the
what
booklet,
we're
right?
doing like right in front of the,
Booklet too.
Oh, yeah.
Print out the booklet?
Yeah.
Booklet, yeah.
Yeah.
Camp book,
who's doing camera?
like for worship.
Well,
That's what we're talking about. He'll choose out and then we'll come up with this. Okay, any other things before we pray? Let you guys go. Okay, let's pray. Lord, once again, we come to you. We're thankful for this time that we can prepare ourselves and be prepared for this task that you are calling us to touch these lives of the young people, Lord. Thankful, Lord, that you give us this opportunity and the time together is so valuable. Lord, may you continue to work in us, preparing us for another month as we get to the camp. And any of the hindrances or the troubles that will happen or to get in our way this month, help us to look to you and just to not focus on these troubles, Lord. We know that it is a spiritual battle, so help us, Lord, to rely on you. Keep us safe as we are traveling home, and just let us have a great weekend as we come to worship you again tomorrow. Thank you, Lord. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you everyone for coming.
Hey guys, you guys help me clean up.
If you can, if you can.